Hi, my name is Ashish, and in this video we will see deploying a Docker image to Azure container instances. Azure container instances enables you to run Docker image in Azure. So you can develop and test your app through the local Docker image. Now let's say you want to make the same web application to be made available globally. So you run and to run this image, you run on Azure container instances. Right, so let me log on to the portal and take it from there. Okay, I'm logging on to the portal. Okay, so I'm going to click on create a resource. I'm going to select containers. Container registry here. Click on create. Look for the resource group or create new. Or let's say I'm going to create a new resource group here. Test Azure container RG. You enter the name of the registry, whatever name you want to add. Test as a registry. You can keep it in any region if you want. I'm going to place it in East US. You want to enable the availability zones. Okay, it's standard. If you want to go for premium, you can go for it. Let me go for basic. Networking. You leave everything as default. Validation is passed. Click on create. So now we are creating a container registry. After that, we'll proceed further to retrieve the access keys, login server, username and password. Because if I don't have the login name, username and password for my container registry, I will not be able to upload the images and run it on container instances, which will pull the images from this container registries. Right, so I'm going to go under settings, access keys. Let me enable the admin user. This is the admin user password. If you will note it down, I'll be deleting it after this. I will tag the image which I created locally so that I can store it up on the container registry. So this was my file. Reservation system. Let me run the command. So if you would see Docker tag reservation system, tag it with this latest command, and my registry name, I'll pick it up from the portal. This is my registry name, test Azure REG. So I'll go and change here. Right, and I'm uploading it with this name to latest. Let me hit enter. I do not see this image. Let me check the spelling. Reservation system. So if you would say Docker login, So it is picking up the existing credentials because I'm already logged in to Docker Hub, right? But if you want to upload your registry in the container registry that you have created on Azure, then you will have to specify the login server for the registry that you noted earlier, the name of the server. So if you would say Docker login, and you pick up the name of that container, this is your login server, right? So if you would say I'm logging with this, then it will ask you for the username and password. Let me type in and come back. I've entered the username and password. See, the login is succeeded to this registry as well. So earlier I was logging on to, if you do not specify anything, then it would take you to Docker login, Docker Hub. But if you would specify the registry that you created to upload your images, it will ask for the username and password like it did here. Alright. Now you can upload the image to the registry in the Azure Container Registry with the Docker push command. So you type Docker push with this, right? And you, to upload an image, you name it, then I want to upload it using this name, and you specify it as latest. But it will fail it, okay, because the image does not exist locally. Alright, and then you would see the same image on your registry on the Azure Container Registry. You click on repositories and you would see that image here. Let me download a sample file. Let me pull sample Docker pull hello world. So it will pull the sample registry Docker pull hello world from the Docker Hub, and I will show you and upload that on the Azure Container Registry. Alright, so this is the name. So if I do Docker push command again, hello dash world latest here, and I put enter, Docker hello world. Let me fix it. Docker list. Now I will use Docker push this, and I would do reservation system latest. Now I'm pushing this image to my Azure Container Registry. See how it goes. We'll have to wait while the command completes because it can take up to a couple of minutes. Okay, it is done. The push refers to repository. This, why is it not moving? Source docker push this. Docker image list reservation system. And I'll do this. Using default tag, this. If I go on to my portal, I'm sorry, I did not tag the image. Right, so docker tag reservation system :lit test. I would do it this way. I will tag it this way. Paste it here. Tag here and here. Let it do this. Now if you see docker image list, I see this image. Now I will push it to this. See, now it is pushing to that container registry. It is pushing it. Now when I see the content of the registry, I would see that on my ACR. And you would see the image here. Let it refresh. It's really slow today. Come on. Okay, you see here, repo, click on it, the image with the tag latest. This is the image, right? And you can pull this image using this command, which is written, right? So now you can load and run an image using Azure Container Instance. So if you would go to the portal again and create an Azure Container Instance to run this, run it. You click on Home. Create a resource. Very slow. Let me close the Visual Studio. Maybe things would get better on my laptop. Close it. Let me run container instance here. Look for container instances. Click on it. I'll create a new one. Create it. Subscription, resource group, and the name as soon as it comes up. And I'll specify the image type as private. So I'll create it in the same resource group. Container name. Image source. Registry is this. Image type is I only have one image, latest. You can change the size of whenever you want to do. Go for working, advanced. On the networking type, port 80 TCP, open additional ports. No, I'm going with the default. And for the restart policy, you can click on always. Environment variable, you can leave blank, no additional cost, everything blank, tags, registry. Running final validation, passed, click on create. You are creating an instance here. Deployment in progress. Okay. So when the container is created, and would enter that in the web browser to see what I see as a result. Deployment is in progress. Still deploying. It is still deploying. It is still not showing me the FQDN here, so I'm going to delete this resource group. So now you got the idea how the Azure container instances are used for an on-demand execution of the container images. I hope you liked this session. Before proceeding ahead, I'm going to delete this container so that I'm saved of the unnecessary charges after my lab is done. I am deleting this resource group. It will contain my container registry and it will contain my container instances as well. Sorry, delete the container instances as well. So if you have any questions, please mention them in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you. Have a good day.